Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are at Willy's trucking service in Edmonton, Alberta, and we are going to show you how to put snow tire chains on. So we got here beautiful Kenworth 880, and I will show you how to put chains on these guys when you hit snowstorm. As we all know, the snowstorm is just across the corner, so better prepared than be sorry. So before I start putting the chains on, I want to tell you one small thing. So with the tandem axle on the drive, you can choose to put chains wherever you want it, as long as you don't have the power divider, because if you put the power divider on, then you need to chain up the front axle. And if you have this type of mud covers or the tops, it's getting really hard to work on the front axle. So my first preference is to work on the rear axle. You have more room to work with, and of course you're gonna need a chain when the snowfall is happening, so there's no very much of space to work around. It's gonna be cold and you might be freezing your hands. So this is the best place. If you're losing traction, I will definitely go with axle locks, but not for too long. Just to give it traction, you pull forward, put the locks off once you have the traction, and keep rolling. So let's do it. Let's go grab the chains. So here I got the P-Wag style studded leather style chains. Let's open the bag and see how they look like. So we had the chain laid on the ground. So one bag has one chain and the key for the cam locks. Now the first thing we will do, straight down the chain. Make sure the flat part of the chain is facing up and down. We want to make sure there is no tangles like this. So you want to straight down. You want to pull towards you. You want to put the studded part facing down. And here's how you're gonna find the center. All these links, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 links. So this one has 15 links. What you're gonna do, you will leave 7 on your right and 7 on your left side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you grab the 8th one right here. This should face the center of your tire hub or axle hub there. That way you have the chain nicely spreaded evenly on the tire. So let's put it on. Another thing I want to mention, how to grab the chain. So when you center when you find the center, you grab one on the left and one on the right. This is the grabbing point, so that'll make it easy for you to throw the chain right on the tire. So I'll show you how that's gonna look like in a second. This is the center. You're gonna grab one on the left, one on the right. Gonna dump the chain on. That'll everything. So we're gonna distribute it nice and evenly. backward. And you're gonna push this end right underneath the tires.
Then you click that one.
So once you have everything right here, the chain set it up on the tire, you can take the mud flap off to make the operation a little easy. And now what you're gonna do, you will gonna take the middle link first, and you're gonna throw this one. You want to attach the middle one first, then you're gonna do the inside one, and the outside one gonna be done at last. So we're gonna go hook up the first one. I'll show you how to do that and come back to you guys in a second. So another thing I want to mention here, you can do the hookup on the middle two ways. The first, if you have a pin puller or any kind of hook, you can pull this end. I don't know if you can see it, folks. That end in the front. If not, then you can drive your truck backward. So we're gonna try to drive the truck backward, so this will give us more space to work. So once you have your truck lined up right here, this will give you more room to work. So you're gonna grab that end, hook up in the middle, do the same with the back side, the inner side. It's gonna get hooked up here, and then we do the outside. The one in the middle, I'm gonna put right into the dummy lock. Like so. It's very easy to do it. I'll show you from the upside. The first one to be done is your middle one, and all you have to do is squeeze the link into a dummy link. So the one with the close, then we put it right in through here. And the second one you want to do is one sitting inside the tire. So this guy will be the second one to be locked, and the outside one is the last one to be dealt with. So now I'm gonna show you how to lock the other one. So the inside and the outside, they're both same. So you have to go so for the outer side one, you want to use the link you have, the locking point, the locker. You want to go through the link like that. So you want to grab the one. It's really easy. You don't want to tie it too much, or you don't want to lose it too much. So the one has a snug fit. You're gonna go over, and then you put the lock through it, and the rest of the slack will be taken away with cam locks. So the turn, as you turn, the slack will be taken off the chain. So I'll show you how to do that one, how to lock the cam in a second. What you're gonna do, you're gonna put it in the hole, and you turn anti-clockwise. Sorry. Do the same with the other one. Turn this anti-clockwise, and you do the third one anti-clockwise. So what we're gonna do once we have our cams tightened up, we want to do the same for the cams for the inside of the tire. So we want to rotate them. We want to rotate them clockwise because they're inside, so it's kind of opposite for what we did for the outer tires. So we grab this. Sorry. There we go. Clockwise. There you go. Now we have our chain tightened up. They're pretty snug. No play. So how you gonna feel it? You just put your fingertips. That's all you're gonna have to it. Just the fingertips. And the last part to finish up the chaining process is to secure the outside of the chains. So you can either use a multi-connection spider available at the part shops. If you don't have any of those, you can use bungees. So let's use the bungees and I will demonstrate you guys how to use the bungees. So before I put the bungees on, there's one more thing I want to mention. You want to make sure you have the chains suitable for your tire. If you're running on 24, 25 tires, you cannot put 22 chains. So I got my bungees ready now. So you can put as many you want. 3 there enough, but if you want to be really secure, I will prefer to have 5. And make sure you want to use the pointy part outside, otherwise you will poke your tires. And this is the same thing we mentioned, right? We want to keep the flat part of the chain inside because you don't want to wreck your tire wall. And you see it's snug, it's no loose at all, but you're not putting any pressure on the tire wall with pointy edges, so you can really, you can stay in peace that this will not damage your tire. So the same thing will happen with your bungees. So you're gonna put that. I prefer to use a little shorter, like these are 21 inches because you can stretch them and they keep the tension going, right? You don't want the big ones because if you don't have any tension, it's no point to use these bungees because they're gonna get loose anyway. So you go crisscross and then you can go up from straight. And if you want, you can go across this way. And here is the chains. It's so easy, it just looks so difficult. Took me about 5 minutes. Be safe, drive safe, and take care.